Shit We've Read is a proud member of Bilo Network, a network of geeky podcasts.
Please visit shitwe'veread.com to support the show.
Now let's talk about some books.
Welcome to Shit We've Read, everybody. It is a bonus Secret Santa Christmas-themed episode that we're all very excited for. Jaysen won't look at me, and I feel like it's because you're trying really hard not to laugh at me. I'm feeling very judged.
I'm not trying to laugh at you. I'm trying to not make you nervous.
Quite literally won't make eye contact with me.
There's also a mic in between us.
That's true.
But yeah, we're here for a special bonus holiday Friendsgiving sort of episode. We all have presents, which I'm very excited for. I love presents. I love Christmas.
Of course.
Everybody here loves Christmas, even Jaysen.
Yeah, Rico's
agreed.
Christmas is #1 fan.
Oh, absolutely. It's I'm so Christmas. Should we introduce yourselves?
Should you introduce yourself with your Christmas archetype?
Stop.
No, I'm Jaysen. There's Bilo, there's Emma, and there's Laura.
Wow. So if you wanted to know who the Grinch was,
It's Rico.
it's Laura.
It's the one.
Oh.
I mean,
Wait.
realistically, probably true.
So what are we here for today? What are we doing? What's
Hold on.
happening?
Before we get to that, I do
Oh.
want to mention that this is the first time we're all recording in the same room.
This is very weird.
So if this
Very different
episode
energy.
sounds
Yeah.
more chaotic than normal, that is why.
Yeah.
We don't know how to interact face to face.
Not because I made everyone hot chocolate and Rico also has drinking. That has nothing to
How
do
many
with
shots
the
did you
chaos.
put in my?
I don't know.
You just stopped in her ancestors.
I don't have any. I don't have any shot glasses, so I just gave
Yeah.
them something to measure.
Yeah.
A
It's the
measuring
video
cup?
of that white
Yeah.
lady that's like two.
It was
cups of
not a
input.
measuring
It was
cup.
like a protein scoop. It didn't even have like measures on it. So I was
I
like,
think it was a protein.
I think it was a protein scoop. I was like, I know what this is. So I just did like half of it.
Okay.
So I don't
Okay,
know.
well, fine. Well, it'll be fine.
That's okay.
I
The
should've
guest room is
poured
ready
more
for you if
accurately.
you drink more.
Tonight has been a series of great choices all around.
It really has.
Everything's going
Look, all that
perfectly.
matters is we're having fun.
We got here an hour ago. Over an hour ago.
Over an
Over an
hour
hour
ago.
Yeah.
Well over an hour
Yeah.
ago.
That's okay. That's
Well,
okay.
we had to make hot chocolate. Now we're here.
We're ready to go. But
Okay.
yeah,
We
so it's a
are.
Secret Santa. But before we get into Secret Santa, I have a surprise for everybody.
Surprise.
Wow.
I just bought it's just a little fun gift for everybody.
Aw,
They're all
Laura.
different colors. So you guys can pick whichever color you want.
Oh, damn it.
Aw.
That's what I
Emma
wanted.
said it first.
I just don't want red or yellow, so I'll take green.
Okay.
Damn it.
Oh,
Sucker.
Jason,
You
weren't
like
fast
red?
enough.
Give me yellow.
If you want red, you can
No,
have
it's
red.
fine. I'll take yellow.
It matches
Okay.
his aura. It's so sunny.
My sunny
positive.
disposition.
It's just a little something fun that I've been keeping my eye out for. So,
This
Okay.
is cute. Can we open it?
Jason, you look like you might know what it is.
I feel like I know what it is by feeling it because I almost got the same thing for us.
What is it?
I'm almost positive I know what this is.
Go
Is it
ahead,
a-
go ahead.
is
Are we
it
all
a
open
book
together?
open.
Made out of shit?
Here's a-
Because
here's
of the
a-
shit we've read.
Shit. Wow.
That's like the only thing
Okay,
I-
here's the ASMR section of the episode. Okay. Wrestling the paper.
What is it? Oh my gosh. What is this mini brands book? With
Which we
real
might actually
readable
need the scissors
pages.
behind you.
What the heck?
I've seen these.
I have not seen these. What the heck?
Shout out to Easy Cat on
I've seen
Instagram.
Jason posting these.
Jason, aka Easy Cat on Instagram.
Are you
He's
Easy
been
Cat?
posting
No.
videos.
Other Jason?
He's been posting videos of his opening these mini brand books. And they're so adorable, and apparently they're not technically out yet, so it's hard for people to find them, but I happened to find an unopened box at our local Target.
What the heck?
So I was like, heck yeah, gonna grab
Heck
these.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I got Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Days.
Cute.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
these
a
are
hardcover, isn't it?
yeah.
That's cool.
Are there not?
Not all of them are hardcover.
So these
Oh.
these are like little mini replicas of actual books.
Yeah.
Like,
You can actually read them.
yeah, they're actual legit
Oh my
tiny
god,
books.
the Vampire Diaries.
Oh my god.
So yeah, they're paperbacks, they're
Sometimes,
hardcovers.
sometimes these packs will even come with a magnifying glass.
Oh, well, that's what I
Or
need.
bookmark sometimes.
Or a
I've seen.
bookmark,
So
yeah.
that's-
Or a bookmark.
I need a magnifying glass. I can't even read a normal book without help. I'm not gonna read these, but I love it. Oh,
Is this a book for
Mad
ants?
Libs! This is not
Oh,
even a book for ants.
I would
Ants
pay to
can't
see
read
you
this.
fill that out.
Mad Libs.
It's so tiny.
It is so tiny, but I can. No, I can't read that. Oh, and I got The Twits by Roald Dahl. Actually, I have not read
Wait,
that
how
book.
many does it say it's
Well, now
supposed
you
to come
can.
with?
Mine had 4.
Okay.
Jason, what'd you get?
All right, I have. God damn it! I knew it. I saw pictures of possible books, and I was like, if one of us gets this, it's
A
going to
Christmas
start.
Carol?
It's going to start a discussion. I'll
Uh-oh.
save it for last.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
We'll
it gonna
get
be
to. We'll get
Twilight?
to it. The first one I have is Bunnicula, a rabbit tale of mystery that coincidentally a friend has recommended I read. It's like a
Oh.
bunny
Okay.
themed horror.
Dracula.
I
Yeah.
have seen that.
Yeah, great. I have Clueless.
Oh, I want that
Very
one.
cute.
Mine.
Whoa, we can trade later.
Oh, okay.
Heck,
Fine.
good lord.
I want the
Um,
burn book if anyone gets it.
Oh, I also have the Vampire Diaries.
Ah,
But it's a
wait,
different
it's
cover.
a different
Which
one.
one though? Which Vampire Diaries? Because there's
Oh.
like 8 of those books.
Yeah.
Mine is Stefan's Diaries, Volume 1, Origins.
Mine's still.
What did I say?
It's
Stefan.
Stefan.
Even I know that.
I gotta
Ugh.
tell you all about the hottest club in New York. It's got everything.
It's Stefan.
It's got everything. It's got
the
witches
fuck?
and fairies and time travel.
Okay, that is the best sketch. Fucking love it.
I have the Vampire Diaries.
You have the thick one.
Yeah, I do.
Mine's
The
thin.
Awakening. The Awakening. The Struggle.
I feel like, is The Awakening the first book? I don't remember.
And the
can't
fourth
remember.
one I
Oh
have,
God.
Reminders of Him by Colleen
Oh
Hoover.
my God, no! Burn it.
Here we
Burn
go.
it. Wait. I have no objection to burning miniature fake books.
No, I'm gonna sell this online to.
You actually,
Actually, you
Fan.
know what? Put that on Mercari.
people
Yeah.
will buy these.
Yeah, absolutely. So there
Oh
you
my
go.
God.
I'll get rid of that in quickness. But anyhow, next.
Emma.
Jesus. Okay. All right, my first one. It's Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover.
Oh,
Christmas
man.
is ruined.
Damn.
All right, number 2 is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl.
Wow, how
Nice.
appropriate.
It's, yeah,
Given
very,
the movie.
Yeah.
I've got one of the Miss Peregrine books, Library of Souls. Miss Peregrine's
Okay,
Home for
okay.
Peculiar Children, I think that series was called, and it's a hardcover. Those are so cute.
I'm very impressed with the hardcovers.
Yeah, they look good.
That one is a
And-
luxury book.
And a Goosebumps book!
Oh.
Night of the Living Dummy. It's to make up for the Colleen Hoover book. They're so itty bitty.
The Goosebumps are common. There's like a whole list of like what's
All right, what'd you get?
luxury, iconic.
I got the Babysitters Club. Christie's Great Idea. Oh, there's a little Netflix sticker.
Oh my
my
god.
God, you can't
Not
escape
sticker,
it.
but sticker.
Oh.
You can't escape it
Sticker.
even in miniature form.
I have Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Which one?
Hardcover. It's a red cover.
Oh, I already got a hardcover. What does that mean?
We
You're
can
wrecked.
trade.
I don't want that one.
You can have mine.
I got
It's there.
Goosebumps.
It's talked.
Which one?
The Haunted Mask.
Cute.
Oh.
What the heck?
You're the one that chose yellow. I said you could have red.
I didn't choose yellow.
I said you could have red.
Yeah, you're just being nice. You like red.
Also, I got a magnifying glass
I should have chosen red.
with Charlie and Chocolate Factory.
Hey.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you cannot read these with your
Oh,
normal
Banicula's a
eyes.
rare one. Look at you.
All right. All right.
Which one is?
Hey.
Banicula. And Library of Souls, also rare.
Mm-hmm.
As is Clueless. You got two rare ones. Look at you.
Wow,
Wait, what?
Okay.
Okay.
This is like
Okay.
Pokemon cards
You
all
got
over again.
what's that really thick one over there?
The Vampire
That's the
Diaries?
big vampire.
Dang.
Yeah.
Ours aren't like that.
These are so
These
cute.
are very cute, Laura. Thank you so
These
much
are
for giving
These are
us
adorable.
these little mini
This
friends.
was so much fun.
If they, you know what? I'm just saying, if they get into the book talk books, that's money.
Yeah.
That's money in the bank.
Oh,
for
people
this
are
book.
already
out of your bank.
are already buying these and selling the individual books on eBay.
ridiculous.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna sell my Colleen Hoover book.
You would make some money
I
off of
would.
it.
I'll do it.
You should just do a mini free library in
But-
your neighborhood.
I figured they're also fun too. Like you could turn these into like
You have like a little free
Ornaments.
library,
I
and
know
then
the end of my
inside the
lawn.
little free library is another mini free library.
Exactly. That's what I was
That's
talking about. It's like
adorable. Okay.
inside.
Inside of the little free
like one of
library.
those little like what are those called again? The like the insets in your
yeah,
bookshelf.
yeah, the
What are
little,
those
little
called?
bookshelf alleys.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, okay.
Of a mini library. Just
Perfect.
grab these.
Perfect. It's happening.
I love that.
All right. Thank you, Laura. That's very,
There
very
it
nice, very
is.
fun.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put them back in their little egg
Yeah.
orb.
Yeah, well, and some people online were saying too that they're fun little things if you want to turn them into ornaments.
Oh,
or
that's
even,
what I
or
was
even a
thinking,
ball.
They make like great
too.
little ornaments.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
All right, so Secret Santa.
Yeah.
Here's how this
I'm
works.
so nervous.
We had rules. We
Rules.
all filled out a survey
Mhm.
in a very timely fashion. None of us waited until the
Nope,
last second
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
and
Absolutely not.
filled it out on a call
Yep.
at quite literally the last moment. But anyway, did you set that up?
Yeah, I made the questionnaire.
Yeah, so Jason set up a nice little questionnaire for all of us to fill out with books, not even books that we like, but like things that we like in
Yeah.
books.
Genres, tropes, things we did and didn't like, things
Yeah.
like we did not want to see. The spice
settings,
level.
yeah, settings, spice that we wanted, things that we like reading about, like we like reading about wizards, vampires, just
Just kind of have a
anything-
better idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
anything that could help us
What
choose
do
a
you like?
book
Yeah.
for each other.
So everybody filled out this very in-depth survey. We all spat it out into the internet. The internet spat it back out to us, and we got a randomized name, and we bought a book for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're gonna open some books.
We're not gonna say who bought each book yet.
No. We are saving that for after we read the book because,
Yeah.
as we discussed, that could help you guess who it is.
Yeah. This is only the first part of this episode.
Oh yes, this is a 2-part episode.
Yeah. So, Emma's gonna play Santa.
Yeah,
and
Emma's
hand
got
out-
the bag.
I got a bag full of books here. We
Yeah.
don't know who brought in what. They're all randomized by a third party.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna pick out this one, and this says
Ooh.
Jason.
Yeah.
This is for you.
It's
It
sparkly.
matches your jacket.
It
Oh
does.
my God, it does.
Someone knew you.
There you go. It's a video.
Oh. This is fantastic. It does. Oh,
Too
this
bad
is-
your jacket's not sparkly too.
Well,
Honestly,
Okay.
that
I
seems
tried.
off-brand for him.
I know.
That it's not sparkly.
Okay. All right. So here we go. Open.
Oh, okay, you're
the
opening
book.
it right
I'm
now.
opening
Okay,
it.
okay.
Wait, still
I thought
blank?
we were gonna all get our books and then open them, but that's
No,
okay.
no,
no.
Okay.
One at a
This
time.
is the spotlight moment.
Oh,
One at a time.
I hate a spotlight. So.
Okay. Off to be the Wizard by Scott Meyer.
Yeah.
So the back
I
regular
love the
guy
8-bit.
travels back in time to King Arthur's court after hacking reality. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
it's fantasy and sci-fi.
Yeah,
That's kinda
fantasy,
cool.
sci-fi, King Arthur. I do like King Arthur
Yeah.
retelling.
Time travel.
Time travels in
It's
there. I
got
like
8-bit
that.
art on the cover.
Got 8-bit art. That was not on my questionnaire,
That's-
but you know, I remember.
You are from the 80s.
I remember
so-
when 8-bit was first invented for sure. So, yeah, okay. I may have heard about this book. I'm not sure. It reminds me of something I may have seen, but I definitely have not read it. So whoever got it, good job. I have not read it.
Excellent.
Uh,
I know. I'm
and I look-
Nice.
I look
very
forward
nervous
to-
about that for all
I
of us.
look forward to reading it and giving y'all my feedback later.
Ah, okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, whoever got this for me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I don't know.
We
if
haven't
that's
read it
right.
yet, so let's see.
I
This
don't know.
is for Laura.
Ooh. All right.
All right, that rock paper does not.
Oh,
match
this
you.
is heavy.
It is heavy.
Oh my god, you guys.
It's
I
just-
don't have
Laura's
enough time to
face.
read this.
It's just a box of rocks.
It's just a box of rocks.
Oh my lord. Okay. Whoa.
That
Okay.
is chunky.
On
Wow.
a Sunbeam by Tilly Walden.
Amazing.
Okay.
This is very heavy. Oh my god.
Oh, it's a
this is
graphic
a graphic
novel. Okay.
novel.
Okay.
Nice.
That makes more sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not as
Yeah.
not as intimidated.
There
Not
was
as
panic on
intimidated
Laura's
anymore.
face. I was like, I'm not gonna finish
I think
this.
all of us were quite literally
Yeah.
holding our
Oh.
breath, like, "Oh
I
shit,
was looking
somebody
for-
fucked up."
I was looking forward to hearing Laura's thoughts on the first 3 chapters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we have, what, 2 weeks to read these?
Yeah,
Yeah,
around there,
yeah.
All right.
But
Okay.
about 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Restoration crew travels to the deepest reaches of space, rebuilding beautiful broken structures to piece the past together. 2 girls meet in boarding school, fall deeply in love.
It's sapphic.
Heck yeah! With 2 interwoven timelines and stunning art, award-winning graphic novelist Tilly Walden creates an inventive world, breathtaking romance, and an epic quest for love. I'm excited to
That sounds
read
good.
this.
That sounds pretty good for you, honestly.
This is cool. Definitely my kind of thing. Space, sapphic. Yeah, I'm in. And I haven't read a graphic novel in a long time, so I'm pretty excited about this. Sweet. Thank you, whoever got this. definitely
welcome.
said it
Nice.
could be.
You're welcome. I know.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
start doing
it's
it now.
everybody.
I'm like
everybody.
every time. You're welcome.
I thought about doing it
You're
too,
welcome.
but I don't want to.
Okay, who's
All right,
next?
we're gonna pull out the one that's on top, which is going to be for me. Okay, this is.
Are you allowed to gift
Woo!
yourself?
Am I
I'm
allowed
just
to
kidding.
It's cute wrapping paper. For those of you who don't know, I fucking love Christmas. I
shit.
love Christmas.
I
It's my
feel so
That was
favorite
very
thing.
aggressive.
It's my
Secret
favorite
Santa.
thing. I aggressively love Christmas.
Wow.
This is Darknesses by. Oh my god, I can't read that. Oh, I feel bad. Is that an H or a B? Is that Lachelle Seville?
Look, it could be an H. It could be a
Is it
B.
on the
Oh
spine?
yeah, is it?
Oh, I'm gonna guess that's an H. Okay.
That looks like an
That
H.
looks like
Ooh, I
Darknesses
like
by
that.
Lachelle Seville. Says, oh, is it vampires? What on God's green earth is that?
That looks like a hand holding an anatomical heart.
Oh,
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Wow.
I didn't see the fan.
And I
but
have
see
the
it
bad
now.
eyeballs.
It looked like a heart.
I just
I
like to
could tell
say
that.
I am
No,
blind.
you're right,
And I
you're right.
saw it. Mhm.
I went womb, but
You know.
Okay.
I could see that too.
You tell us when you read it.
you've got no.
I thought an ovary at first. I'm just kidding.
I was thinking something reproductive. No silver, no crucifixes, no holy water, no consecrated iron, no Bibles, no blood feuds, no exceptions.
No blood fuel.
That's it,
Okay.
huh? All right.
No description. Huh?
No.
And the epithets
summary.
are from Dracula and the Bible.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, content warning.
Content warning.
you like content
I do
warnings.
love a content warning. I like you to tell me what I'm going to see. All right. Look at that. So we got 2 weeks. Oh my God. There's another one.
Oh.
I was like,
Now you don't get a book, sorry.
And I'm like, oh,
I
okay.
wonder who this could be then. Oh my God, it says Bella.
I forgot I was supposed to grab it. I'm like, wow, amazing. You guys, this is wrapped in a reusable bag with tape. How am I supposed
Hey,
to
it's
open
wrapped.
it? How
It's
am I
wrapped.
supposed to open it?
Do you need some
Let's
scissors?
see.
Like, if
Okay.
you could take-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It came undone. A lot.
You know, we know you like sustainability. You can reuse the bag.
I will reuse this bag.
There you
This
go.
is true. This is true. I do need more bags for gifts. Someone else will be gifting.
It's
this bag.
environmentally sustainable.
Oh, hey, it's like a what's
That's-
it called?
Aw,
It's cute.
A pouch.
Yeah.
I love
that's
a pouch.
definitely that looks sturdy.
Yeah. I will be reusing that.
You got
Thank
2
you.
gifts, Bella.
Thank you. I did. I'm like, wow, just the bag alone. Ooh, to shape a dragon's breath. Who the fuck got me a dragon book?
Oh.
I'm trying. As long as it's not dragons having sex, I'm fine. I'm still.
We'll find out in 2 weeks.
I think about Dragon's Bride far too often. Like, why did I read that?
Can you tell me about it?
Okay, wow, and this is a long ass summary. Okay. The remote island of Masquapog, I don't know, has not seen a dragon in many oh, I think I have actually gotten like videos or ads for this because it sounds familiar. The remote island of Masquapog has not seen a dragon in many generations until 15-year-old Anaquis finds a dragon's egg and bonds with its hatchling. Her people are delighted, for all remember the tales of the days when dragons lived among them and danced away the storms of autumn, enabling the people to thrive. To them, Anaquis is revered as Nampish.
I didn't read my full description. So.
How can Nampishwizit, a person in a unique relationship with a dragon? Man, someone is making me work. Okay, unfortunately, the Anaquis, the English conquerors of her land, have different opinions. They have a very specific idea of how a dragon should be raised and who should be doing the raising. And Anaquis does not meet any of their requirements. Only with great reluctance do they allow Anaquis to enroll in a proper English, mind you, it is English, not English, dragon school on the mainland. If she cannot succeed there, her dragon will be killed. For a girl with no formal schooling, a non-English upbringing, and a very different understanding of the history of her land, challenges abound, both socially and academically. But Anaquis is smart, determined, and resolved to learn what she needs to help her dragon, even if it means teaching herself. The one thing she refuses to
It's
do,
really
however,
long.
is become the meek English miss that everyone expects. Anaquist and her dragon may be coming of age, but they're also coming to power, and that brings an important realization. The world needs changing, and they might just be the ones to do it. I am very interested in this. I think I did actually look up this book before. So
I think you just read the book.
I think
I
you
think
just
you're
read the
done.
whole book
Yeah, I
just
think you're
now.
done.
that was the whole thing.
Jeez.
Man, I'm gonna need the audiobook so I get this pronunciation correct. So
Yeah, show me it.
yeet.
Nice.
As long as there's no dragon sex, I will like this.
You'll
I
have to
do.
tell
I
us.
love dragons.
You'll have to tell
Dragon
us in 2
Pride.
weeks.
I was like, I'm gonna need a break from dragons. Well, this person decided I'm ready. I'm excited though.
Okay.
It looks good.
Do we go around and guess who we think got us
Oh
our
yeah.
books?
Okay. Well, you opened yours first, so who do you think got yours?
Oh man, I don't know. Okay, I feel like honestly, I feel like it could have been any one of you, which sounds dumb, but like Laura and I kind of share the sci-fi thing, so I feel like, and like video game thing kind of, so I feel like that would make sense for Laura to want to gift me something
Mhm.
like that.
Okay.
I know you enjoy like Arthurian stuff, or you have read, or you know that I like it, so I feel
Mhm.
like you
I
could
like
lean into
Arthurian
that,
too. Yeah.
right? And I feel like this is so not what you would read that like you would
It could
like
be
that
Emma.
you would be like, what would
What
Rico
would we-
read?
What would Rico want?
Yeah, and this is like be perfect for me because it's not what you would read.
She went to Barnes and Noble and said, "Not the usual. Give me
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
but
yeah.
the usual."
I'm going to go with. I'm gonna guess Emma.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay.
That's
Because Emma does not seem like the type to get
yeah. I think yeah. I feel that's gonna be
based on that
it's
one.
the dark horse. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Laura.
Remember that.
I've been giving some thought to this as we've been talking, and I feel like I got this from Bella. I don't know. I don't have an exact reason why. I feel like
I
graphic
love it.
novel.
No reason.
I feel like graphic novel is like too obvious for Jaysen, because comic.
Or is
books.
that why
Sure.
he did pick it?
Mm.
Oh, this could be from Emma. No, I'm gonna stick with Bella. Also, because I know
Okay.
like you tend to lean towards a lot of like LGBTQ kind of stories, so I feel like this might be also your kind of thing. So I'm gonna say Bella.
Me?
Yeah.
My obvious guess is Jaysen. Like this
Your
feels like a Rico book because it's Dracula.
Okay, fair.
It's all the Dracula stuff. The vampires, the Dracula epithet. This feels like a Rico pick.
But Bella
I
saw what
love
that
it.
back picture was really quick.
Did see what this was very fast.
I also love vampires.
You also do love
I
vampires.
wish we knew a little more what it was about, so we can.
And
Yeah,
like,
I didn't really say.
Is this like-
say
Like literally nothing. That's all we got.
'Cause,
All we
yeah,
got.
if it-
intentionally mysterious.
Yeah.
Yes, and it is self-published, which I feel like you tend to find. I feel Bella, you tend to find a lot of self-published novels.
Mhm.
I am still gonna guess Rico. I feel like this is you. This has you all over it.
The cover looks like it's nice paper.
Yeah,
I'm
Is it like
really
that
excited
weird,
about
like-
it's
the
that like
cover.
you get a
Kinda
lot
like
of
a
self-published.
suede
Yeah, you get
kind
that like
of-
that matte touch
Yeah.
that you get with a lot of the self-published books that are like
Why
the
is that?
KDP
It looks
print
like
on
it's pretty
demand.
good though.
Because they're all from the same place. They're all either printed by Ingram Spark or by KDP, and I think that tends to
That's
be what
just
a lot
kind
of
of
them
their
are.
options.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, if it wasn't for you, I would guess it was you who gifted. Because you just knew a lot about that. And I'm like, I don't know.
I'm knowledgeable. All right?
You are knowledgeable.
Who do you think got yours?
It's between you and Rico.
Mm.
Because again, you would fuck with me and give me a fucking dragon book. After the fucking
that's
dragon
fair. That's
died.
super fair. I'm not gonna
That's-
argue
Rico
that.
would be like, But he also did just give me a book for my birthday that is nothing like this. So that's why I lean towards Emma, because I'm like, I feel like this is
It's
like
a 2 for 1 deal. I mean, never
two
mind.
for one
Nothing.
deal.
Don't worry about it.
It's the buy one get one 50% off at Barnes and Noble.
Fucking got you a BOGO gift.
But I'm like, has Emma read this? Like, I've definitely seen like a TikTok about it, which is why I think it's you.
Mm.
But I'm very excited regardless. So
Mm.
we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
I just-
Wait, so who's your actual answer? Me?
I think you.
Okay.
Okay, so remind us again, guesses.
I pick Emma.
Mm-hmm.
Emma. I picked
One of
Bella.
you is wrong. Rico.
And
And
you picked Emma. Okay.
No, yes, Laura.
Nobody asked me.
So no one's going to be right.
Wait, that's
Somebody
not true.
here is wrong.
Laura didn't get anybody wrong. She actually just got. Actually, Laura got us each 4 books.
Yeah.
I
To
did.
be fair.
I did.
So that's actually
That's
that's the misdirection.
Yeah.
This is long as fuck, too.
Well, good thing you read fast. You read good.
I do read good.
I
All
do.
right. Considering this is a graphic
Your job is
novel,
They're all... Yeah, yours is not bad,
I might
actually.
not need a full 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way, but you'll be done first. I feel like the rest of ours are decently thick.
Mine's great.
We did not take the 2 weeks in consideration when choosing our books.
We did not.
Yeah,
To be
this
fair-
is 500 pages.
To be fair,
You
I didn't
clowns.
know that we were doing the 2-week thing. I did not know that.
If you had read my
Oh
document,
God,
Emma,
okay.
I
with the
appreciate you,
timeline,
Oh.
And
I
I
did
hear
have
you.
2 weeks on there.
and I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow.
I remember even being like,
Never seen that in
hello,
my life.
crickets.
Never in my life have I seen that.
I was like, I am not responding.
This was printed on November 21st of 2023.
No. Wait. No, you said
No.
November 21st?
Like it just.
Because it's print on demand. So they print it when you order
Fresh
it.
off the press.
Oh.
That's cool.
So I know when somebody
bought this book.
I can work backwards.
Hmm.
What was everybody doing on November 21st?
I was
Or November
not in the
20th.
country.
Okay, likely
So-
story.
I wasn't.
They have
I came back on
online in
Thanksgiving.
other countries.
This is true. The internet does exist in other countries.
Oh. It's an indie
Writes the
book.
name.
It's an indie micro press based in Germany. Dedicated to unconventional
That is where I
queer
was.
and trans stories in unconventional formats. Ooh,
Oh.
maybe this is Bella then.
Mm.
You would like to say something to your phone?
This could be me.
It could be.
Shit.
I feel like I'm locked in now. Here we go.
The book may have given you away.
So now I also have 2 guesses. So basically,
No. I still think it's Rico. I
I don't know. It sounds like Laura and Rico didn't buy books for people. So
Nope.
All right. Well, this was
All
fun.
So is this our interlude?
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this, you'll hear in just a minute what we all thought about it.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
We'll be
thank
back.
you. Thank you to whoever
Whoever-
ahead of time.
Yeah. Apparently, some of us bought 2 books. So we will.
Apparently.
we will see who these people are.
And we will be back soon. Hey, book lovers, Laura and Jaysen here. We know you're probably eager to learn the outcome of our Secret Santa episode, but we wanted to pop in here for a couple of quick New Year updates. Jaysen, would you like to share the first one?
Yes, I would. I am super excited to announce that we finally have a merch store. This is something that we've been working towards for a while. We've been wanting it for as long as I can remember, and we're excited to finally have it up and running. It's going to be a fun way for you to support us, but also to, represent us out in the streets if you are so inclined. We're still adding some new merch in the coming months, but right now you can find some shirts, hoodies, tote bags, throw pillows, and more in both the classic Shit We've Read blue, but also in some After Dark designs. So you can rep
Ooh.
either or both, whatever you want. But yeah, super excited to have that up and running. Finally announced that. Laura, I think you have another announcement for us?
Yes, I am so excited to share we are officially a bookshop.org affiliate.
Whoop, whoop.
So for anyone who isn't sure what that is, bookshop.org is a website that lets you buy books while also supporting your favorite bookshops and related affiliates. So you can go to our page and you'll see all of our books conveniently categorized by season and then also a separate After Dark list. And then you can also support us by using our link to order any other books that may not be on our page as well. So pretty exciting way to still get your books and support your favorite podcast.
Absolutely. You can find the links to both our bookshop.org affiliate page as well as our merchandise store on our website at shitweread.com as well as on our social media. So keep an eye out for both of those. Thank you so much for listening and for your continued support. Seriously, it means the world to us. Now let's get back to our Secret Santa episode.
Hey.
Okay, and we are back. It has been 2 weeks for us. Maybe 5 minutes for you, the listener.
5 minutes.
That-
What kind of
that-
conversation is this? A Christmas special?
Look, the listener
Who do you
knows.
think I am, Casey Musgraves?
Anyhow,
It's been 2 weeks. We don't know
Miley
what
Cyrus,
happened.
Demi Lovato. I wish.
a lot's happened in 2 weeks, okay?
The world has changed.
We're
Seriously.
different people.
Oh, we've seen some
Honestly?
things.
Yes.
Anyhow, it's the second part of this episode. We have now read the book, hopefully. Maybe not.
Or
Well,
at least enough.
Or
We're
enough.
I'm
discuss
curious, has anybody finished their book?
yes, I have.
I did. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it
It was
just
a
you and
graphic
I? Or
novel.
did you finish?
I did not finish.
Okay. Neither did I.
Do you want to reveal like what percentage of the way in you got? Or
25%.
I don't think I'm quite there.
Not even 25?
I think I'm about 130 pages into about a 500-page book.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's about where I am.
Still-
So
that's
I thought that
still-
was about
that's-
25 pages.
that's still
Yeah.
a good
Okay.
amount of
In
pages.
my defense,
Mm-hmm.
it's Bella's fault because the book that you chose screwed me for After Dark. The After Dark book that you chose destroyed
Yeah,
I thought you were
my
playing for Secret Santa. I was like,
will.
you don't even know what to me yet.
Destroyed my will to read anything. And so I was supposed to start this 3 days ago, and
Yeah.
I really started it like
Bella,
a day and a
I'm
half
sorry.
ago.
Your After Dark pick was
It wrecked me. It was
took
so
us so
bad.
Yeah, if you
I
haven't
was
listened to
fine.
that episode, check it out. It's After Dark, the Sting of
It-
Victory.
it is releasing before this,
Pause
right?
this episode.
Yes.
Pause this episode. Listen to that. That'll
For
clue
context,
you in
read
into
the
the
book.
mental state that we're all in right now.
Because we
The
just
emotional
recorded that
state.
in real time. We recorded that last night.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're all still there.
Yeah. So,
Emma needs
But,
to drink more
uh,
wine is
I
my
do.
answer.
but anyhow, it's not
Okay,
After Dark.
anyways,
We're Secret
anyways.
Santa. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so we've all read X amount of our individual books.
Mhm.
Just a quick recap for us. A reminder: we're gonna reiterate who our initial guest was, talk about our books, and then maybe change your guesses, and then reveal at the end who was right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I opened my book first last time, so I'll go ahead and go first. Last recording, I had said that I think Emma gave me my book, and immediately after I left, I was like, no, that's wrong.
Wow.
No, I had
Wow.
I had an initial gut reaction when I first opened the book, and then I started overthinking it, and that's how I landed on Emma. I was like,
Alright.
no, I'm gonna go back to my gut instinct.
What was the thought
Okay.
process that brought you to me?
So the thought process, I think, yeah,
Your overthinking process.
I was thinking that this seems like a book Laura would get me because like the sci-fi, and I feel like that makes sense. The Arthurian kind of thing, that makes sense. I feel like for you, and then kind of like, if I'm being real honest, like this cover seems like a middle grade book to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So that would align with the fact that I always call you a 12-year-old.
no, we also say I'm immortal,
Well,
and
you also
I'm
say-
really old.
yeah.
Yeah, so
You're also a vampire. Both
I'm
things
both.
can be true.
Well,
you can be a
that's true.
12-year-old
That's true.
vampire.
That's
I mean,
true. I am Kirsten Dunst.
No, Renaissance.
What?
Nessie. Renesmee.
We don't talk
Oh
about
my
that.
God.
We don't, no, anyhow, the point I'm trying to make is like, this seems very like, what does a sci-fi boy like reading? I'm gonna get them this.
I don't understand how we got to me from that.
Because you're not,
Emma,
you're
I
not
would be
sci-fi.
insulted at this point.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Excuse
Yeah. Throw the
me.
table from this corner.
First of
We,
all.
also, we're drinking, by
He's
the
the
way.
point in that you aren't really sci-fi.
We're all drinking, and I have some spice
Wow,
apple cider that
neither
Laura
am
made
I,
us.
but that felt really targeted at you.
I feel like I'm more
There's some
sci-fi than Bella.
resentment. What?
Well,
I feel
that's
like I'm
true.
more sci-fi than you are.
That's
That's
You
true.
are more
That's
sci-fi
true,
than me,
for
which
sure.
is why I'm like,
That's
Very
true.
true.
excuse
I'm
me.
feeling
Okay,
very
again,
attacked
let me
right
reiterate.
now.
I
You
was
should feel
overthinking
attacked.
this. I was
Mhm,
overthinking it.
And
I
his
was
brain went to
overcomplicating
attack.
it.
Saying.
Yeah.
Do you want to say your new guest,
Yeah,
or
so
do
my
you want
new-
to tell
so-
us first
yeah,
about your book?
no. My new guest is Laura. I am retconning
So-
my guess.
Well, you're really cluing us into your process here.
Correct.
Yeah. So
Yes.
okay, now we're Rico. We
Okay.
haven't read the book yet,
Boom.
but we think it's Laura.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so
proceed.
I'm going
Okay.
into
and
it.
scene.
I'm thinking it's Laura. So
Okay.
this book, here we go. It's my brief synopsis of it is that there's this guy, the main guy, Martin. He uncovers this like file that lets him change reality. Like he's able to hack reality.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
And so he uses it to like become rich. Not rich, but like just fill his bank account with enough money to
Realistic.
realistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's trying to stay under the radar, not successful at all. Authorities show up. He uses the program to go back in time where they can't catch him into like medieval England. He shows up there in medieval England. I'm going to be a wizard because I can do things. And immediately runs into a bunch of other people who have also found the same hot file, are also chased by the authorities, and have also gone back to medieval England. So now there's all these guys, all men, who are wizards because they can hack reality. So they know how to fly, they know how to teleport, they know how to do certain things.
and it's really
this is like fantasy and sci-fi.
Yeah, so
Okay, so wait, so this is actual reality, not in a video game.
no, this is actual
Okay.
reality. Yes, this
Okay.
takes place
Do
in
we
the
know
real
when
world.
this book came out?
This book came out, I think, 2018, 17-ish, I think.
Because this is ringing very familiar of Brandon
Sorry, 2014.
Sanderson's
Absolutely.
Frugal Wizard's Guide.
I thought that immediately. Like, Frugal Wizard is what he was trying to do with this.
Yeah.
And I like this more than Brandon
I was gonna say, because I don't think
Oh.
Frugal
No.
Wizard was very good.
No, it was fine. It was fine.
Breaking news. Folks.
But this, like, if you read the
Interesting. Frugal Wizard's Guide to Surviving Medieval England.
thank you, that one.
Ooh.
If you read that,
that was a mouthful.
and
So maybe
enjoyed
it was
it or
Emma.
didn't enjoy it, want something better, read this. Honestly, read this. It's way better than that.
Interesting.
Yeah, you seem to
Um,
really like this book.
Yeah, and it's about Martin training to be a wizard. There's all these rules about what you can and can't do. It felt very Ready Player One.
Okay.
Okay.
That was kind of the vibe
I
I,
kinda-
got even just from the cover.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was
It felt
thinking
Ready
too.
Player One, which
And
is
your
one of my
brief
favorite
synopsis.
books. And so I did finish the book. I did really enjoy this book. I think I'm going to rate it 4 stars out of
Wow.
5.
Okay.
I had a really good time with this. It's right on my alley in that, like, it's sci-fi, but the humor and like some pop culture things are in there. It's like just like an everyday man
Mm-hmm.
in a sci-fi setting, and just like humor, just the premise. I thought the author did good enough job explaining some of the like real world implications of what this would be, and like what you couldn't change and what you could change, and
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
yeah. So I think that this was a really
wanna
good
read
pick
this.
for me. Whoever got it for me. It's sci-fi, which I like, but also fantasy-esque. It's like pretending to be fantasy, which is great. It wasn't very Arthurian. What else? Let's see. I think those are the main things. I don't think there's anything else in here that was like really up my alley.
So why 4 and not 5? You really liked it.
um,
What took away that last star for you?
I don't know. Like that 5th star usually for me is just like the X factor.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just the X
intangible.
factor.
It went above and beyond.
That's
your
fair.
expectations.
4 is like, I like this book. I don't
Yeah.
really have anything to say about this book. I like this book. A solid book. I would easily
But
recommend
5 is
it.
like, let me tell you about
5
this thing.
is just like, oh, it just stayed with me. It
Yeah.
stayed with me
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think it quite got there.
That's fair.
But it's the first in a series, and I do think I probably will
Oh,
continue the
Ooh,
series.
I love a little
Series.
series.
It's a
Okay.
series. I don't know how many books. I haven't looked into how many books there are, but it is a series. I think at least 3. I know that, and I will continue on with it. So whoever got it for me,
I want to read it.
thank you. I think you did a good job.
Does your
Um,
guess change after you read it?
No, I still firmly believe
still think
it's Laura.
It's
yeah.
me. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of who would you recommend this book to then? Like, would you recommend it to us or
I mean, I think I recommended it to myself.
Yeah.
somebody
It's really
who
good.
likes
Yeah.
this or
Since
that?
I don't like sci-fi. but I
So
like
okay,
fantasy.
so some other books that I have read that, like, if you like any of these books, I think definitely check this out. Ready Player One, the Kaiju Preservation Society,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You guys read that.
the We Are Legion, We Are Bob, the Bobiverse series, like The Martian, like Project Hail Mary. Those are a little like deeper
So you're
into like the
telling me
space
I
sci-fi.
need to read it.
Absolutely, and that's why I think part of it is that Laura got it for me because she was like, "Ooh, I would want to read this too."
Oh, okay.
So I think like that influenced you getting
Okay.
it for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I definitely think you would read it, you would enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a deep book. It's not like hard sci-fi. You don't like,
But sometimes that's what you need.
and like you're not science, but you would
I'm
enjoy
not
this book.
science.
You would enjoy this book because the science is
Is it
just like
just
the
enough?
base to like get the plot going,
Mm.
but everything else is like wanting to be fantasy. It's kind of more humorous than anything else. Yeah.
See, that's why I'm like, this sounds like my kind of book
Yeah.
because it's got enough fantasy in it, and the
Yeah.
sci-fi doesn't sound like science, so I
Mhm.
can do it. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you mentioned the real world implications of what something like this would be. And that was the biggest thing I felt like Frugal Wizard was missing.
Yeah.
Was there was never any discussion of like, what does this mean on a real world level? And it was
Yeah.
like, that wasn't what the book was about. So
Yeah.
you just never got into that.
If you're looking like for that, you're gonna be disappointed in
Yeah.
this.
It doesn't quite go deep.
No,
but it's just-
it's just a very quick, like, I'm acknowledging it, moving on.
fair enough.
It gives its little
Which to be fair is still more than
quick and
Frugal Wizard.
I was
tidy.
gonna say maybe that might just
Yeah.
be enough to heal that wound for
Yeah,
Emma, you
no,
know, the
but,
trauma. But that book didn't.
yeah, but it does kind of address like
Really
time
sits with
time
her.
travel and like
Yeah.
you can go in the past but not the future because that hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
And then like what can you change? Like you can change your physical appearance by like, a little at a time, and there's like all these little rules that the author kind of really thought about and put into it, which
I love that. I love attention to detail,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff that like, again, to me, that takes it above and beyond where like I might give it a 5-star. So I'm curious to see how I feel about that.
Yeah. Well, if you guys read it.
Yeah,
Let me
I
know.
will.
The more picky the author is, the less we have to pick at.
Exactly.
This is true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it. So, yeah,
Awesome.
my final guess is Laura, and we'll find out at the very end.
You started with Emma, and you changed it to me. Okay.
Yes.
I'm insulted that you didn't even consider me, but that's fine.
I mean, it could have been, like I said in the first half, it could have been any one of you. Honestly, like, if I found out it was Emma or you, I wouldn't be shocked.
I mean, apparently Emma doesn't
You
read
know-
sci-fi, so like, it would be shocking to come from me.
Hey, we had you come on the podcast for the first like sci-fi book because we were like, Emma said that she doesn't read sci-fi. We're having her do this.
That
book.
was a thing. That was a thing.
Yeah.
But that was a
Maybe
few years ago.
You've changed since then. You've grown as a
Yeah.
person. Wow. Proud of you.
Yeah, it's been a long journey.
It's more than I've done because I still don't read sci-fi.
No.
So there you go.
Okay, I am done. Laura,
Okay.
your turn.
All right, so reminder, I got On a Sunbeam by Tilly Walden, and it was a very massive graphic novel. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah?
I'm going to start off with that. Oh, I guess Bella
Mm-hmm.
initially. I still, through this whole book, was still trying to decide if it was Bella.
Oh.
Because honestly, I feel like this could have actually come from any one of you.
Interesting.
Because it feels very much one of you.
Okay.
You're like, there were elements.
I'm like, I
But I was like,
understand,
Emma.
like, if it's, I understand if Jaysen picked this out for me. Like, I can see why he would think I would like it. But there's aspects where I'm like, I feel like Bella, this would have stood out to Bella, and I can understand. But also, there's a lot of things in here that Emma would really like. And I'm just like, I'm still constantly trying to decide.
Spoiler alert, we all did it. We all conferred.
You all
We,
decided.
We
Okay.
wanted to throw you off.
Okay.
Listen, when I was picking my book for my Secret Santa, I was like, man, I wish I could consult with people.
It
was so
not
hard. It was
easy.
so hard. Yeah. It's always hard
Um,
picking presents, picking books in general, as we know.
I am I am leaning towards Jaysen.
Okay.
But I feel like so I got a little bit of an advantage because he told me before we recorded last time. He said that he's not sure his person is going to like the book that he picked. And I was like reading it and I'm like, I feel like Jaysen would know that I would like this.
I thought he said he wasn't sure that person would have it already.
He did
Okay.
also say that.
That
Yeah.
too.
Also, Jaysen lies sometimes.
Jaysen does
Yeah,
lie.
because those two things are very
Jaysen
different.
does
If he
lie.
thinks that they already have it, that means he thinks they will like it. Versus if he says that he doesn't think they like it, then they wouldn't have had it.
But also he
Oh,
was
you're
talking.
shady.
He was also talking about
Mm.
how he wasn't sure.
Whoever you
Again,
got,
he wasn't sure
yeah.
if this person had it, and I was like, I'm the only one of this group that has a Goodreads list that shows every single book I own.
That is true, but also that is.
But also, Jaysen lies.
That's what
well,
I'm saying.
there's that,
bro.
but also like that.
These two clues negate each other.
When I spend the time going through that list, it seems like a whole thing.
That's true. That is.
To be fair, I was overwhelmed when you texted that, and like I was like, I don't know. This seems overwhelming. Whoever got you. Because we hadn't even
Well, it
picked yet
helps
at that
me.
point. You were
It
like, "Are we
helps me.
updating Goodreads?"
'Cause
And I
I'm
was
like-
like, I did not.
That's okay.
But I
okay.
don't have
All
a
right.
lot of books, so like it's fine.
All right, so I'm gonna say
You gotta make a choice.
Jaysen.
Okay.
All right. Oh, you got a guess change.
But
So
again,
you guys got each other.
potentially. I mean, we don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, okay, getting back to it. I ended up really liking this. So,
Yeah, tell us more about it.
it is two different timelines about a girl named Mia. And it is future, super future, where people are living on different, like, they're kind of like stations, but they're not what you expect. So, like, if you go to this city, it's literally just like a platform that's just floating in space. And it's just really cool. And the art of it, awesome. Ships don't look like spaceships. They look like fish. Like koi
okay.
kind of thing.
Oh my god, that's so Taylor
It's
Swift
so
coded.
cool. The art in here is amazing.
It wasn't.
Okay, anyways, it's about this girl. She's in like boarding school. She meets a girl, that's the romance part. And then it jumps to like 5 years in the future. She's graduated. She's joined this crew that like renovates these different stations or cities. And so it's kind of about, the romance as the teenager, and then what she's learning from this new crew, and how it all kind of meets up and relates to these different people that she's with. And so it's kind of like a coming of age. Also, she's learning a lot, and it's super cute. Again, I loved the art of it. It was very intimidating reading it. It's
For the audio podcast, it's a big book.
It's very heavy.
It's
but it's very well printed. It's all color. So I did very much enjoy reading it. Yeah, my guess is still gonna be Jaysen.
Okay.
What's your rating?
Yeah.
Oh, I would say probably 4 also. Yeah.
Who would you recommend it to?
Wait, why not a 5?
I feel like it's more of a intellectual, calm, quiet book in a way,
Mm-hmm.
which is great. Like if that's what you want. I'm more of
Chaos.
sure.
Adventure.
Yeah, we'll say chaos. Yeah, I'm a little bit more adventure. I'm a little bit more like I like
you know
more
each
stuff.
other. Tell me you know each other. Chaotic.
Yeah.
Messy.
Chaotic is a good way to put it. But yeah, I would say if you really like the quieter kind of
Yeah.
connections, and it's like a lot of pages with no dialogue, really.
Mm.
It's just seeing things happening. It's feeling the emotions that Mia, the main character, is feeling, that kind of thing. It's great. I still think it was still a 4-star read. 5, I would have wanted a little bit more action.
More punching.
Yeah.
Not punching.
Yeah.
But some more stuff.
Punch those
Onomatopoeia.
fish
Got
ships.
it. Yeah. Onomatopoeia.
All right, a 4. I think a 4 is still a win. Whoever got it,
Yeah.
I think that's still a win.
4, like you
So.
said, 4 is always like, I really like this book.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, well, who would you recommend it to?
You know what? Even though this is 100% a sci-fi book, I would say people who maybe aren't that into sci-fi would still enjoy this, because it's mainly just taking place in a sci-fi setting, and it's more so about the people and the interaction. So if you want something that's more about that, and you don't mind the sci-fi space kind of thing, this is definitely for you.
Cool. Sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you to whoever got this for me.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Oh yeah, we
My
forgot
turn?
to continue that.
Okay,
Emma.
Emma.
Oh wait, yeah, you were the guest. That's right.
So my book is Darknesses by Lachelle Seville. As I stated, I'm about 130 pages into a 500-page book. Yeah, I couldn't figure out what this author's name was
I
based
thought the book
on
was moving.
the way
It
that
does
it's written.
look
I had to
moving.
look on the inside. So the last time that we spoke, I couldn't decide if it was Bella or Jaysen. And I am still, I feel like, constantly going back and forth.
Wow.
Because it's a vampire book, which I know you guys
Which
are
is
both
both of them.
both of you,
Yeah.
but I always think of Jaysen as like the vampire guy.
Thank you.
And
I fucking
specifically,
hate that. First of all,
I love that.
I hate that for me because that was like my whole identity for a very long time.
but
Get a new
specifically
one.
because I
I'm
feel
being
like Jaysen
misperceived.
is the Dracula guy.
Mm.
Oh, are
and
you
this
saying
is
Dracula's the only
Definitely
vampire? Get outta
like
here.
a Dracula book.
Okay.
Like I opened it up and the epigraph is a line from Dracula, and I think I haven't read Dracula. I think the lines that
Yeah,
are the
I've read Dracula.
epigraphs for each chapter are also lines from Dracula. I think they're all Dracula adjacent, and the character in this book, I think, is Dracula. I think we're in an interesting place because I really haven't said anything about the book. Our main character is maybe an unreliable narrator.
Ooh,
So
I
I'm
love that.
still in the mode of like, I don't know if I can trust anything she thinks she knows.
Okay.
So I have no idea what's going on in this book. What is this book about? I wish I could tell you. I don't fucking know. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Our main character is a young woman named Oasis who has gotten out of a pseudo-Christian cult. And after she left, or after she was got out of the cult, she was institutionalized against her will. She was hospitalized against her will for some amount of time. And so now she's out and she's like the book starts and she works in an old bookstore, a used bookstore, and she kind of thinks about like all this pop culture she's trying to catch up on. Like she's never seen any of the Marvel movies and she like sees Superman comics come in and she's like, I should read that. That's like really fun. And so she's trying to like get back into pop culture, these years of things that she's missed. And this woman comes in and buys every copy of Dracula that they have, like the really cheap mass market and some like rare expensive version, like every copy they have.
Okay.
And she looks at her and she's like, oh, you must be a big fan. And the one's like, oh, I'm buying this to burn it. Like I'm burning all of these. I don't want these.
I don't love that.
And I think,
that's not you.
and I don't know, and it's stressing me out that I don't know, but I feel like she's Dracula and she really hates the book because I think what it is that it's a bastardization of like her story.
Mhm.
But I don't fucking know. I have no
You just
idea.
started.
Okay.
I'm 130 pages in and I have just started. Because every time I feel like I have a grip on what's going on, I start to think like, maybe I actually don't, because we obviously know, like you find out, like, you know, obviously like page 1, that this is somebody who could be led into something where she is believing things to get into a cult. And like she knows that about herself too. So she's constantly questioning herself of like, well, I believed the things they told me about the angels and I, you know, cut myself and I starved myself and I did all these things because they told me about angels. So like maybe I am believing things I shouldn't believe. It's wild.
Wow.
I have no idea what's really going on. In the back of that, there's also what I think is essentially the descendants of Van Helsing.
Oh.
In this, but they have disguised themselves as this like hematology institute, and so they're also looking for Dracula. There's a lot happening here, and yet also it's like 130 pages, and none of that has like really started to like evolve into anything. So I don't fucking know is the answer there. I have no idea.
How do you feel about the 130 pages you have read?
I think it's intriguing. The characters are really interesting. It's clearly a romance between the two of them. It's a sapphic romance, which is kind of why I started. I was like, oh, maybe this is Bella. And then I don't know. So I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I'm at a point now where like, if it doesn't start to pick up, it's going to be like, okay, this is too slow. But if it does start to pick up, then I'm like, I'm invested. Like I'm 130 pages in and like, I really want to sit down and read it. So like, I'm interested to see where this is going. I just don't have anything really to say about the plot as a whole. There are trigger warnings in this book. So the content warnings that you open up to, which I always get a little bit worried. I'm like, this is going to scare me. So the content warnings in this are for mentions of and or reference to self-harm, eating disorders, CSA, rape, cult trauma, and forced institutionalization. So it's a heavy book. I've come across a couple of those, and they're brief mentions. So I'm hoping that they're kind of all brief mentions.
Yeah.
And
But
it's like
we'll
an
overabundance of caution for
Yeah.
including them. So I think when we left last time, I had settled on. I was like, I think this
You
is
guessed
Jason
me.
because the Dracula stuff, but also it's queer and it's sapphic romance. And I was like, well, maybe it's Bella. And then I basically have to make a decision right now.
You do.
Like right now.
gut
Oh.
decision.
Yeah.
Well,
For
okay, so
everyone-
there was also a meta reason, and
She's
it was
just
that
buying time now. But continue.
it was that you had said that Jason had said that you were worried the person that you bought for might already have the book, and I was like, of the three of us, who has a bunch that you would worry that you wouldn't know? And I was like, it's probably me, because I have a fuck ton of books, and I don't have a list of like everything I own. So like that made me think you. But then I
Good
am
logic.
making more meta decisions because I also have guesses on like who got who and like does that amount to? I'm gonna say Bella. Final answer. I think it's Bella.
Okay, another
enough.
guest
There we go.
change.
There we go.
Exciting.
Yeah,
This is exciting.
I've said it. I can't take it back. That is it.
Yeah,
Let's
since
lock in.
I'm the last one before I go, I've like added all of your books to my TBR because I'm like they all sound incredible. So, and this was
All right.
already on my TBR, but like I didn't even have it on Goodreads. So just basically we're all great at picking books. Okay, yeah. So I already read the synopsis of my book essentially because the back cover says it all. But a young indigenous woman enters this colonizer-run dragon academy and quickly finds herself at odds with the approved way of doing things in the first book of a brilliant new fantasy series. And I will say that's very accurate. And then, like, before I even get into that, this book really took me back in time. Like, this is a book that I would have read, like, immediately when I was in, like, middle school or high school. Like, I was like, this, like, because I loved Aragon back in the day. I haven't read it since I was younger. Yeah, but I was like, oh, like, this is such, like, old school fantasy vibes. I really like this. Like, but it's also, like, when I was younger, I would read a lot of books about fantasy that would try to capture, like, the colonized perspective as much as it could, but I don't feel like it was done correctly, like, 15-ish years ago. This does a really good job. Like, right away, you are ingrained in their culture. So, like, you really get a sense of, like, they live on the coast. I think, if I had to guess, because they're called the English are the colonizers. So I was like, maybe it's the English, but then I was like, well, the Anglo-Saxon, so, like, that could be Germanic. So I would say, like, somewhere in Europe, like white Europe, is where this group of oh my gosh, I have to go to the I know this wasn't Rico.
that a periodic table?
Okay, yes. So first of all, I know Rico did not get this book for me.
What?
Why?
Wait,
hates
who
the map.
was your original guess?
My original guesses were Rico, based on spite. He would get me a dragon
spite.
I
book.
would never.
But then the minute I, like, went home and I, like, took a minute, right? And was like, oh, there's a periodic table? Okay, maybe Rico. There's a map? Okay. There's a pronunciation guide.
Oh no!
Which he said he hates. So he was immediately off my list.
All right.
I was like, he would never, even if he thought I liked this, I think he could not go against
In my defense,
his brand.
Just because I don't like that doesn't mean I wouldn't get you that.
That's what-
Because I know,
that- but I'm
you
saying
like that kind
That
of
is
stuff.
how much you hated it?
No, not at all.
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna be honest, I don't even know that I would have seen that unless I actually sat down.
And that's also
read
also part of it too. Like, let's
No.
say I did buy you this book theoretically.
No, I know you
I would
don't.
not have, like, gone in to, like, see what's
Mhm.
in the book. I'm
No.
going only off of what the book's about, what the tropes that are in
That's
it.
a lot of names.
It is.
Oh,
The pronunciation, that reaction tells me you didn't get me this book.
I didn't read it.
It's like half, 1, 2. So it's like a solid 3 pages
Okay,
of pronunciation.
well, okay. So you're saying
So I
Emma.
will
So
say-
you're guessing it's Emma.
Somebody made me work for this, which is why I'm very solid on my guess of I was like, the two people who really enjoyed me saying, I'm not science, I feel like was Rico, and then Emma also brings it up.
Wow.
But I know Laura also felt that way, but I was like, I don't know, this is so fantasy. It can't be Laura. But then also it could have been, like, so stereotypical. You were like, I don't know, Bella always
Fantasy,
says,
here you
fantasy,
go.
here you go. But I was like, no. I don't think Laura would have even found this. Like, I think you would have tried to challenge me with, like, something more like what you got Rico. So I was like, but this can't, 3 pages, it's not him. So I'm very solid on my guess for Emma.
Okay.
In my defense, again, I'm not trying to sway you. I do want to point this out, though.
I already know this.
As far as I know, this is an indigenous author.
Yes.
Yes.
And so I believe a lot of the pronunciations are before indigenous words.
Yes.
Which I am very on board for.
Yes.
This isn't just someone making up a fantasy world.
No,
and making
I
the names
agree.
complicated
I
for no
agree.
reason.
Yeah.
These are actually from,
I
like,
agree.
indigenous language,
Yeah.
which I am all for.
But I think this
So-
was a lot of brain
Yeah, otherwise
power,
we have to listen
and
to
I
the
don't think you would.
audiobook.
I don't think you would have made me do that
All right.
because I don't think you would have looked and been like, "Oh yeah,
Wow.
that looks
Okay.
like."
Well,
work."
So you think he has no faith in you?
Okay.
basically he thinks I'm an idiot. So
Okay, so
You're not wrong.
you've not.
see the Grinch. It's not even being nice to me on Christmas.
Okay, so you aren't too far into it so far. But
I'm
do
not.
You
I'm
like
li-
it so far?
I do really like it so far, but like I think, like I said, like I want to sit down and read it, but it is a lot of work. So like I'm trying to be like a good little student. I'm like trying to read the pronunciations, make sure I'm going back, getting it all right. But no, so far I really, really like the book, and I think, like I said, like the author being indigenous, like this is just done so fucking well. Like, yeah, it was super interesting. Like I'm ready to like deep dive into this. So it was good to have a book that like really challenges me, because I feel like since I left grad school, I've just been like reading like a lot of like fun books because my brain has been very like bogged down. So it's like, ooh,
So
this
it
is
has
making me.
it's a little more depth to it.
There's a little bit more depth. So it's really, really good. So like I definitely would recommend this to anybody who's liked Aragon, who like is a person of color and experienced white people. You know, it's like 80% of the world. I know.
If you've ever interacted with a white
Experienced
person,
a white person.
if you've ever perceived a white person, read this.
Read this book. It's
Wow.
great.
Okay, but I didn't get it for you. The other brown person. Okay, that's fine.
Wow.
That's
It wasn't you.
It's
No,
fine.
I know
It's
Wow.
because
fine. I'm offended.
She's
Just-
gonna guess the whitest person in this room.
Yeah.
yeah. Honestly, I was like,
If anyone can speak to the plight
Yeah.
of the brown person.
It's me.
so that was the only thing that I was like, ooh, like I can't believe Rico didn't pick. I can't believe Emma picked this book. Good job. I was like, gold star. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was like, that really was what was conflicting me because I knew all this about the author and like the story, but I was like, I still think it's Emma because Rico would have looked at that and been like, that's a lot of work.
All right. We all
I
have
think
our
based on the
reasons.
summary alone, you would have been like, ooh, that sounds kind of hard. I don't know if Bella will do that.
Okay.
So,
All right. So we all
whereas
have
Emma
our
was like,
reasons.
nah, that seems like a Tuesday. That's a 2-day read. So, because we only had 2 weeks to read this, and I was like, how? After a few pages, I was like, there's no fucking way I'm reading this by the time we record. So I really committed to like 25%. But
Okay.
I really like it. I think it was Emma. I would say so far, it's really hard for me to rate it. But yeah, I'd say like 4 stars so far, just based on like all the characters and the story and where we're going. But I feel like I haven't really gotten into it to give that like an accurate
Okay.
rating. But it's really good. I like it. Like I said, I definitely had seen it before, so I was like, well, somebody's been on my TikTok. So again, also I thought Emma. I was
Gotcha.
like, she is the
Okay.
TikTok algorithm. So.
All right. Fair.
She is book talk.
Okay.
So now we want to claim our person. You want to go around and who had who?
Whichever.
Or should we do the
whichever.
Spider-Man meme and like all close our eyes like 1, 2, 3 and point
then
to our
point.
person?
You know what? I kind of like that. It's not going to work for an
It's an
audio podcast,
podcast.
but it's fine. Okay, everybody close their eyes.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay.
do it really
We're
fast.
doing it? Okay.
Okay, so everybody point to the person who you bought the book for.
Okay.
Right now?
Okay,
Are we
yeah,
ready? Is
point.
Right now?
Everybody
close?
point. Okay, is everybody pointing? We good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, when I count down from 3, 2, 1, open.
I was right the first time.
Fuck yeah!
I was fucking right
fully
the
right.
first time.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I was right.
So I am pointing to Emma. So I got Emma's book,
I fucking knew it.
but Emma switched her guess.
God damn it.
Suck.
Okay, Laura's pointing to me, so you got me my book. So I
Yeah,
was correct in
you were
switching
right.
it. Emma's pointing to Bella, which means that
Emma
who
got
guessed?
Bella's book,
Yes.
and Bella is pointing at me, so Bella got mine.
Okay, so,
So
I
I
correct.
will-
I correct.
you-
I guess
you-
I guessed correctly. You guessed correctly.
Originally.
Wait, I'm so confused now.
Okay.
You see why this was an algebra problem I couldn't figure out in the car?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Jaysen originally guessed Emma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You changed your guess to me
Yes, I'm right.
today.
I'm
so
right.
you're right.
Cool. All I care about.
Okay. I originally guessed
Me.
Bella,
You switched.
then I changed it to Jaysen.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So I was originally correct.
Okay. Okay.
Doesn't
but now
matter.
you're-
Doesn't matter.
Emma.
At the end of the
Similarly,
day, it's what we grade the test on.
I originally guessed Jason, switched it to Bella at the literal last second.
Fuck yeah.
And then you guessed Emma, and you were correct.
Yeah.
So we were correct at the end.
Yeah.
Good job.
As we were all opening our books on the last time that we did this,
Yeah.
I realized very quickly that it would be a little bit obvious that it was me, I think, that got yours, because I did not get the memo that we were going to pick the most obscure books that nobody's ever heard of in the world.
Oh, that wasn't part of it.
and
Oh,
so
whatever.
Book
When
won
you-
awards. Get out of here.
and when you opened up mine, you were like, I think Emma's talked about this. Hey, you've talked about this before, haven't you? I was like, fuck. I did not. I thought that I don't know. I don't know.
It
I
was
like, I
also
don't
on
know
your
that.
book club.
It was on my book club
And
list.
yeah, I was like,
I-
I'm pretty sure I saw this on Emma's.
I almost
TikTok.
sent it to the group chat and was like, "Oh, Bella, you almost might be able to talk about this book in the book club." And I was like, "Oh no!"
You look at you see what's right here. I'm holding up my phone. I have a notification from the San Francisco Public Library that my hold up to Shape a Dragon's Breath just became available.
You're welcome.
I wonder who got it for you.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, Bella, your book is on my TBR, but based on your comments about how I'd hate this book. I think I might not read it anymore.
I'm just kidding. I
Wow.
think you actually might like it.
Jeez.
Did anybody get their guess
But
of
I-
everything
Okay,
right?
so we all wrote
I
down.
I was wrong on everybody.
We-
I got
Really?
everyone correct.
I think I got everybody right.
My
No,
everyone
no,
first
no, no,
guess.
No.
everything is
I think
right.
I think I guessed yours right.
Yeah.
I guessed yours right. I was positive that Bella got this book for you.
I kept going
thought
back and
Bella
forth.
I thought Bella got Emma's
Well,
book.
Once it was like,
well.
once it was queer, I was like, okay, this might definitely be Bella. And then still,
I
which is,
just
think-
thought it was. I felt like it was way.
it's so
dark.
Dracula, and it's very dark.
I thought it was really, really dark for Jaysen.
Oh, well, and in the episode outline that I totally read, Bella mentions like
This is the smart side of the
talking
table.
about
This is we got him all right.
well, Bella talks about the trigger warnings in the book, and nobody's book had trigger warnings, I think, except mine. And so I was like, that might be something that Bella would have thrown in.
See, I
if-
just assumed you were gonna get a book for somebody that had trigger warnings.
Wow.
I was so scared to get you. I was like, I'm gonna get an aggressive monster romance.
Well, like nowadays too, I think a lot of people are being.
Yeah,
others
they're
are being
putting
a
it in.
little
Yeah,
bit
they are.
more careful,
Okay.
even if it's not like a super dark book.
Yeah.
Having those in there, like there's been like YA books that I wish had some kind of trigger.
Oh
warning.
yeah, for sure.
So
All right. Let's go around now and let's all talk about why we got the
Okay.
person their book. All right. So I opened mine first. So Laura, you got me my book. Why did you get me this book?
so
So I closed my eyes and I looked at Goodreads.
I spent several hours making a spreadsheet of books that I thought you would like.
Love it. I want that list
It-
later.
Yeah. I think I still have it. And it was deep. You might have liked it too.
I love a spreadsheet.
It had like ratings.
Wow.
It
I
had
did the
whether it
exact same
was on
thing.
your lists, any of your lists yet. I was happy to see a lot of books I was considering you had already read and rated. I was like, I'm on the right track. I was really looking
This
for
is
detective
amazing.
books.
Okay.
Oh,
Jason really
you
loves
love
detective
Love that.
mystery.
So I was trying to find something
out
that
the
was
red
not
shirt.
like typical. I was trying to find like a sci-fi detective.
hmm
But then also I know you really like a little bit more fun
Mhm.
humor type stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like most of the books we've been reading lately are not really like fun.
Yeah.
And I found this book and it was on your maybe list.
Okay.
And then
Oh.
I actually did message Megan.
Oh.
Any listeners, Megan has been a guest a couple of times on the podcast.
Okay.
And I was like, Megan,
Oh.
I'm considering these books. I can't decide. They all sound really good. I think he's gonna like all of them. And she was like, I think he probably would really like this one. It just sounds fun. And I was like,
Okay.
that is exactly what I was thinking too. So it just kind of like confirmed it for me.
Well, I think you did great. So thank you, and thank you to Megan for helping. Yeah. Yeah. Good
And I'm
job.
glad you liked it.
Yeah.
You know, everything you listed is stuff that sounds like is like right up my own
Yeah,
alley.
yeah.
So maybe I'll add that to my TBR now
Oh,
too.
for sure. You absolutely should.
I will say part of the reason that I started to think that Bella got Jason's was that, I'm not gonna lie, the cover on Jason's book is really bad.
It's not.
It
good.
looks like a middle grade
Yeah.
book.
Wow.
It doesn't
It does.
look good. And I was like, that could have been Bella. That could have been Bella's choice.
I think it's
really
actually too.
bad.
I think
Like,
it's
now that
true.
we know that the book is good, I can be like, it looked bad. And I was like, that could have been Bella.
Well, I honestly like. I'm kind of surprised that your book is reality hacking because I thought it was like he figured out.
No,
how to
this
get into
this
a
cover is
game.
very misleading.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like slight video game aspect to it, but
Yeah.
it's not in a video game world. It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to go over why I picked the book for you, Laura.
Yes, please tell me.
I was not as thoughtful. First of all, I didn't do a spreadsheet.
That's fine.
It's comical.
Spreadsheets are
How
for everyone.
No, it's comical how different we were. I was driving in the car with my friend Z and my friend Audrey, and I was like, does anyone read sci-fi? I was like, I have this thing where I have a Secret Santa. And I was the most scared to get you and Emma because Emma reads so much. I was scared you would already have something.
Yeah.
And then Laura, you love sci-fi so much, and I'm not science.
You're
And
not.
I was
you
like,
are not science.
I am so scared. So I was like, does anyone read sci-fi? And I was like, better yet, does anyone know a good graphic novel or short book? Because I knew you were worried about the 2-week window. So I was really like, I need something that Laura can read in 2 weeks. So like the shorter, the better. I was like, I know Laura loves graphic novels, comics. So I was like, Z, what do you know? And they immediately were like, On a Sunbeam. I recommend it to everybody who loves graphic novels, who loves sci-fi. I was like, tell me about it. And then they were like, it's queer. I was like, sold. Say less.
You're like sci-fi
Say
queer.
less. They were like, it's fully sapphic and non-binary. I was like, say less. It's already in my cart. What are you talking about? So I made sure I went to a local bookstore. I called around, made sure somebody had it. I picked it up, and it was like, I didn't look at any other book.
That's okay. Less work.
I was like, honestly, this sounds great. I sat with it for a few days, and then I reread your questionnaire, and I was like, okay, it's crossing off a lot of boxes for Laura, so I think it's a solid bet. And then I looked at the art, and I was like, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Everyone was just like, it was such a wonderful book, very cozy. I was like, it's winter.
Yeah.
It's a good cozy book. I was like, I think this will work. So I did put some thought behind it, but I was very much like, one and done. Thank God. Because I was so scared. If that had not worked, one question in the car, if the group had not had an answer.
Bella,
It's
you
tricky.
and Z did a good job picking
Thank
this
you.
out. Also,
Yes.
listeners, you may have heard Z on
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they've been on a
previous-
couple
I also
episodes.
consulted a former
Yeah.
host.
They're Ninth
they-
House in every
in every generation.
Yeah, they made a very good recommendation. Again, it was really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It was,
Yeah.
and again, it had its kind of its own take on some of the science part.
The science. I knew because I had obviously overthought this process before we picked each other, and I was like, okay, if I get Laura, I'm gonna need to do a graphic novel, because one, I wanted to challenge myself because I also don't read graphic novels, but I also was like, at least pictures will be pretty.
That's true.
So
Sometimes that's
so if
great
she
art.
hates it, but if the art is good, she will at least have enjoyed that.
That's a good
yeah.
good way
Yeah.
of looking at it.
So yeah, I'm really glad you liked it, and
Thank you.
I genuinely want to read
Yeah,
that book.
I think you actually
So-
do think you would like it.
From the
Jason,
UK.
explain yourself.
Oh yeah, Jason.
Okay. So last recording, you immediately guessed me because of the vampire thing,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, "You're not wrong, but also that's not why." I
Slander?
didn't get it for me. No,
Slander.
similar to Laura, I made a spreadsheet and I had a list of about
Wow, am I the only one
7,
who does
8 books maybe that immediately
Ooh.
just for whatever reason just jumped out like Emma for whatever reason.
I had more like 15 for Jason.
Okay, it's not a competition, and it was I guess
it
for
was,
episode
I
one.
was
Guys, I was one and done with Laura, so
Okay, actually-
perfection
Actually, it was like 20.
doesn't need a spreadsheet.
Anyhow, so there was traditional romances in there. There was a lot of fantasy stuff, historical stuff, all over the place.
Mhm.
And I made a list of all the things off the questionnaire that you had that were in the books.
Okay.
And I kind of ranked
You
them by
would.
that. I ranked
Oh
them.
my
Well,
God.
I also
He
indicated.
did a literal checkbox.
Yeah. And then
I know, because that's what he does for our podcast.
Yeah,
I
and
want to
then-
see the spreadsheet.
And then I indicated
I'm so
the
curious.
gender of the author, because I know there was one on there that was,
Can't
sounded
ruin your
really,
ratio.
really, really cool, but it was by a guy, so it's immediately out.
Get it out
She's
of
not
here.
gonna want to read that, even though it sounds really cool. But I pay attention to that shit. And then I made a list of what was traditionally versus independently published, because I know you prefer traditionally published because of the editor.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and
She
so,
loves an
so
editor.
I was weighing all these things. Of course, I went off your list of what have you read, what have you not read, and so I think this book just had the most stuff in it
Mhm.
that was in line with your questionnaire, female written, obviously, and also looked at the rankings in general. And this one seemed higher ranked, so that's why I ended up going here. So
Overall.
so it wasn't because I like vampires. What was in this book that spoke to your questionnaire was fantasy,
Okay.
romantic fantasy,
Mm-hmm.
vampires,
Yeah.
queer romance,
Yep.
mythology retelling. I counted Dracula's mythology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, what I didn't mention when I was talking about it is I don't know anything about this. I didn't look at Goodreads. I don't even know what it's rated. I looked at nothing. There's no synopsis on the book. I went
so
into this
you're-
fully
yeah.
blind. And so I haven't added it as my currently
You're a
reading
good
on
person
Goodreads.
to do that too, though.
Because
You've read
like,
enough books that I'm like, I would throw you in blind. To something
yeah, I'm like,
for
I
sure.
have no idea. I don't know what Goodreads said this book is about. I
You're
don't
like a
know.
bomb sniffing dog.
anything.
I'm like, okay, tell me.
Yeah.
Let me
I
know.
also ended up choosing this one over some other ones because I felt reasonably sure that the chances of you having this one were lower.
Very.
to some of the
Yeah.
other ones.
Yeah, I'd never heard of this.
Yeah, and so it was like this one is right up at Emma's
Wait, how
alley.
did you
but
find it? How'd you find the book?
I think honestly, for this one, I googled some lists, and I
Mhm.
think I may have like looked up queer vampires. Like I was trying to pull stuff from your questionnaire. I'm like,
Yeah.
let me kind of just configure different words to see what pops up because I have stuff already. But what else can I add to it that I don't even know of?
Mhm.
And I think this one I did find from some sort of list, and I think that may have been what I looked up: queer vampires.
All right.
I don't think I knew it was Dracula specifically. I
'Cause
think
now
it was
you're
just
like,
Now I don't know either. I feel like it, but I keep.
well,
questioning
you're saying the
it.
epitaph and like like
Oh yeah, it's all it's Dracula all
Yeah.
over.
yeah. So I don't think I knew necessarily. Maybe I don't remember, but
Yeah, this is like deep.
Yeah.
There's a couple things where I was like, I feel like I would get more out of this book. Not that I'm not liking it, but I feel like I would get more out of it if I had read Dracula, which also I don't really know that that's super necessary. But also if I knew anything about the Bible. Like, I feel like if I knew the Bible verses she was reacting to, I would like be having bigger reactions
this
to
is
things.
so interesting. This is a book I would pick and read.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
That's why
so-
I thought it was you.
No, I was like, okay, are we the same person, Rika? Are we actually
Eh.
related? Were we separated at
Right.
birth? I don't know.
Probably.
But
You're
it's
older
very,
than me by a long
very
time, so
intriguing. I am very intrigued to see where this goes
Yeah.
from here. I want to know.
okay. So when I said I was worried that my person might not like their book, it's Emma.
Oh no! Oh really?
It's like of course Emma. It's always a worry she might not like a book. Like there's so many
Why
things.
do you think I was so scared to get Emma?
I was a little worried to get Emma too,
I was also scared to get
The-
Laura
and the
because I know
fact
that
that-
Laura's
wow.
like,
and the
if,
fact that it's
if Laura doesn't
independent.
like a book, you're gonna know too. But
No.
like you're also I can like pick
The fact
more
that it's
what you're gonna
independendly
like.
published really is what's like.
Yeah,
I know.
you never
I'm a
know.
little bit
You never
more
know.
obvious.
So far, the editing
It's
is not
just
bad. It's
long-
not full
again,
of typos.
as long as the pictures were good.
So cool. So
I was like, Laura will be okay.
Oh, I do want to also point out that I think Bella is the only one that was considerate in terms of how long,
Yes.
and the amount of time.
Yeah, I didn't know we were doing that. I thought this was just going to be like a one part. Like when I brought the book, I was like, I can't wait to tell you that I got you this book. And then you guys were like, we're not doing it today. I was like, what? What?
That was the other thing that gave you away for me was immediately we stopped recording and you started telling me things about this book. I was like, Emma.
Because it was like, again, it's a well-known book.
Yeah. And
I was like, people
So-
know what this is, so it's not going to be super weird that like I've heard of it because everybody on my feed is talking about it.
You were like, because you were like, oh, I really want to talk about this book. So then when you were like, oh, like you were trying to be all casual, and I was like, you were not casual.
Motherfucker.
It's like on Friends when Monica's like, I'm breezy, and you were like, I'm cool.
I'm cool.
I'm so casual.
I'm
and I was
great
like,
at this.
everyone else is like Rico already had moved on. Like everyone was moving on, and you were
Wow.
like, yeah. So that book actually, my friend is fine. I was like, yeah, no.
Oh, I remember. It's because I told you, I said my friend said that it's Babel meets Aragon.
Yeah.
I was like, I know about this because that's how my friend sold it to me.
Yeah.
So I have the book. I have not read it. But
Yeah.
when I got your questionnaire, I was also one and done. I didn't do a spreadsheet. Like I picked that book
Okay,
right
good.
away.
Wow.
Because there were things on your list that you had that made me initially think of that. I'm really bad at recommending books to people. Like
I feel like you've recommended plenty of books to me.
am
I've been
terrible.
like,
I can be like, I liked this, but if somebody's like, I liked X, Y, and Z, what should I read? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I have no
give yourself
idea.
more credit.
But on your list, the things that I knew that scratched off your list were second world fantasy. It's a
Mhm.
second world. It's close, but it's it's second world fantasy.
Mhm.
A magical school. It's like
Yeah.
dragon writing school.
Yeah.
You said indigenous stories.
Mhm.
What you had actually said on your spreadsheet or on your form was stories of indigenous people like thriving without white people, and I was like, well, that's not this, but like, still indigenous stories.
This one is in spite of white people,
Yeah.
which I love.
I love.
the whitest person in the room.
I know.
we were just talking about.
I didn't like realize it until Rico was like, "Wow." So
Yeah.
you're
I'm
saying I couldn't
offended that
identify
you didn't
with
think
that?
I would get to that
was
book.
like-
I'm literally
so-
offended you didn't
So
think
listen.
And
that.
it's queer.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I was like, listen, Emma cheated by telling me things about the book.
So we're all slightly predictable, is what I'm hearing. In some
Basically.
ways.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Yeah.
This is great.
This was our first Secret Santa
Yeah.
exchange. I think it was very successful.
I got a
We
book
all
I
got
wanted.
books we didn't have, which is a win in itself.
I was also worried about that.
That's a win. I'll take
Yeah,
it.
I actually I would like to know who the listeners all thought gifted our books too.
Yeah. If you had any predictions on who gifted who, let us know. If you read any of these books, let us know. If any of these sound interesting, you've added it to your TBR, let us know. This is a lot of fun for our first in-person episode,
This
Yeah.
was educational,
for sure.
at least.
But I think
Yeah.
it was better we did it in person.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. even if it sounds a little more chaotic in the recording. It's fine. Sorry.
I think that sounds fun.
It's
And
fun
yeah.
for us, and that's what matters.
Exactly. On that note,
Anyways.
thanks so much for listening, everybody. Happy holidays. Hope you have a very happy new year. Hope everybody's safe, and we will see you in 2024.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Shit We've Read is hosted by Laura Benson, Jason Rico, and Vala Romero, with music by Joshua Chilton and editing by Jason Rico.
To join the discussion on this and all other books we've read, find us at Shit We've Read on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok.
For more information about us or to request transcripts, please visit shitwe'veread.com.
This podcast is part of the Bilo Network. Visit bilonetwork.com for more great geeky podcasts.
Thanks so much for listening.